For years, we've been told that walking is the golden ticket to heart health, especially as we age. But a quiet shift is happening in cardiology offices and heart surgery recovery rooms. Many leading heart specialists are now gently cautioning their patients over 65. Relying solely on walking might not be the protective shield we once believed, and for some, it could even be an overrated, sometimes risky endeavor. This is particularly true if you've wrestled with persistent joint pain, that deep-seated fatigue that saps your energy, or if your mobility feels frustratingly limited. If this resonates with you, if you felt the chill of numb feet, noticed swelling stubbornly pooling in your ankles, or battled that heavy, sluggish feeling after sitting too long, then what follows could truly open your eyes. You are far from alone. Millions of vibrant older adults face these same daily challenges. It's easy to feel trapped, believing walking is the only acceptable path to heart health, even when every step brings discomfort. But here's the liberating truth. It's not your only option. The 5 simple, safe, and scientifically backed alternatives we'll explore today, all achievable without leaving the comfort and security of your home, might be precisely what your heart has been silently yearning for. So, if your deepest wish is to safeguard your precious heart, keep your mind sharp and clear, and maintain the independence and mobility that let you embrace life fully well into your 80s, 90s, and beyond, stay with me. What you discover in the next few minutes could genuinely transform how you feel tomorrow. Literally, let's begin this journey towards a gentler, yet profoundly effective vitality. Numero uno. Seated leg pumps. Your calf, your second heart. Let's start with one of the simplest, yet most astonishingly effective exercises for nurturing your heart and blood flow, especially when walking feels like a mountain too high to climb. The seated leg pump. At first glance, it might seem almost too easy, perhaps even a little trivial, but dismissing its power would be a grave mistake. This gentle, rhythmic motion beautifully mimics the natural pumping action your legs perform while walking, but crucially, it does so without placing any strain on vulnerable knees or hips. The magic lies beneath the surface. More importantly, this exercise powerfully engages your calf muscles. Why is that so vital? Many cardiologists refer to your calf muscles as your second heart. It's not just a cute nickname. It's grounded in solid physiology. Think of your veins as rivers carrying blood back up to your heart, fighting gravity all the way. Every time your calf muscles contract, like when you raise your heel, they squeeze the deep veins in your lower legs. This muscular compression acts like a pump, actively pushing blood upward toward your core. Conversely, when you relax the muscle, the veins refill with blood from your feet and ankles. It's a continuous, vital cycle. Without this crucial peripheral heart action, especially during long periods of sitting, blood begins to pool and stagnate in your lower limbs. This stagnation is a primary culprit behind swollen ankles, persistently cold feet, that uncomfortable heavy feeling, and significantly increases the risk of dangerous blood clots, deep vein thrombosis. When a calf pump isn't working effectively, your primary heart has to labor much harder to overcome gravity and circulate blood efficiently, putting unnecessary strain on this vital organ. Studies, such as those published in the Journal of Physiology, consistently highlight the critical role of the skeletal muscle pump, particularly in the legs, for maintaining healthy venous return and reducing the workload on the heart. The profound power of the seated leg pump is its effortless integration into daily life. You can do it absolutely anywhere, while lost in a good book, engrossed in your favorite TV show, enjoying dinner, or even waiting patiently at the doctor's office. Here's how. Sit upright in a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, hip-width apart. Slowly raise your heels as high as comfortably possible, keeping the balls of your feet firmly planted. Feel the gentle stretch and contraction in your calves. Hold for a brief second at the top. Slowly lower your heels back down. Now, reverse the motion. Keep your heels down and slowly lift the balls of your feet and toes as high as you can. Hold briefly, then lower. Repeat this alternating heel raise toe raise pattern rhythmically. That seemingly small up and down motion is quietly firing up your calf muscles and reactivating your circulation. Now, let's touch on the often overlooked emotional barrier. So many seniors feel a sense of helplessness or frustration when told, you just need to move more, especially when movement is painful or feels unsteady. The seated leg pump shatters that mental wall. It's tangible proof that you can do something profoundly beneficial for your heart right now, without special gear, a gym membership, or even putting on shoes. This single, accessible action can be the spark that reignites your confidence in your body, restores a sense of independence, and rebuilds trust in your own ability to heal and care for yourself. I recall Ronald, a spirited 78-year-old living independently. For months, he couldn't walk more than a few steps without feeling dizzy and breathless. His doctor's well-meaning advice to walk more felt like an impossible mountain. Then a perceptive physical therapist introduced him to the seated leg pump. Skeptical but willing, Ronald started doing just 20 reps every hour, right during his beloved afternoon westerns. Within 2 weeks, the swelling in his ankles had noticeably reduced, his energy levels felt more consistent, and he shared something profound. I finally feel like I'm participating in my own recovery. It's not about big, exhausting movements. It's about consistently, gently reminding my blood to flow. His experience underscores a vital lesson. Consistent, gentle activation trumps sporadic, painful exertion. The seated leg pump delivers this beautifully, safely, and right from your favorite chair. Number 2, wall push UPS. Strength where you least expect it. Most of us associate push-ups with intense gym workouts or building bulging our muscles. It's an image that can feel intimidating and entirely irrelevant later in life. However, what most seniors haven't discovered is the remarkable heart and circulatory benefits hidden within the humble wall push-up. Performed regularly with proper form, this accessible exercise can work wonders for your cardiovascular health, circulation, and overall vascular resilience. The best part? No gym floor, no equipment, and absolutely no need to break a sweat to reap significant rewards. Let's understand the mechanism. When you perform a controlled wall push-up, you engage far more than just your chest and arms. Your core muscles activate subtly to stabilize your torso, and muscles across your upper back and shoulders come into play. This coordinated engagement does something surprising. It promotes better blood flow throughout your upper body. Many seniors experience tightness across the chest or upper back, often unconsciously restricting deep breathing and subtly hindering circulation. Wall push-ups gently counter this. Each controlled movement, the lowering and pushing back, encourages your heart to pump a little more efficiently. It also strengthens the interconnected muscles supporting your rib cage and diaphragm, leading to deeper, more oxygenating breaths, a vital aspect of heart health that often diminishes with age or inactivity. Crucially, unlike walking, which transmits force through often arthritic joints, wall push-ups are fully weight-supported. You control the intensity entirely by how far you stand from the wall, making it inherently safe and adaptable. The technique is beautifully simple. Stand facing a sturdy, blank wall. No pictures or shelves. Place your feet hip-width apart, about 1.5 to 2 feet away from the wall. Extend your arms straight out in front of you at shoulder height. Place your palms flat against the wall, fingers pointing slightly upwards, hands slightly wider than shoulder width. Keeping your body in a straight line from head to heels, don't sag or stick your bottom out. Slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest closer to the wall. Go only as far as feels comfortable and controlled. You might only move an inch or 2 initially. Keep your core gently engaged. Pause briefly when your chest is closest to the wall. Slowly push yourself back through your hands to the starting position. Repeat with smooth, controlled movements. Aim for quality, not speed. Now, let's delve into the hidden emotional layer. Many older adults carry an invisible weight. Anxieties, unspoken regrets, or frustrations that can settle like a physical pressure on the chest. Gentle, Mindful physical movement like wall push-ups does more than strengthen muscles. It can begin to release some of that stored emotional tension. You might find that after a few deliberate repetitions, your breathing naturally deepens, your posture feels a little taller and more open, and your mood subtly lightens. This isn't coincidence. It's your nervous system responding to safe, controlled exertion with a sense of relief and release. The rhythmic action can be grounding and centering. Margaret, a thoughtful 82-year-old, began incorporating wall push-ups into her morning routine after her doctor emphasized the importance of maintaining upper body strength for balance and heart health. Initially, she was apprehensive. "I thought push-ups? At my age, I'll strain something or fall over," she confessed. She started cautiously, using her kitchen counter, a perfect alternative, for just 5 repetitions each morning while her tea steeped. After a few weeks, she shared an insight that stayed with me. "I thought my body was too old for this kind of thing, but now I realize it was just waiting for permission. It felt good, strong." Her experience highlights a fundamental truth. Strength after 75 isn't about bulging biceps or marathon distances. Often, it's rediscovering the simple, profound ability to support your own body against a stable surface. Feeling that strength return, even incrementally, transforms how you inhabit your body and move through the world with a little more confidence and a little less fear. If you're finding these gentle alternatives valuable and want to discover more ways to support your health and vitality as you age, please consider subscribing. Your support allows us to continue creating this helpful content. Just hit the subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you don't miss our next exploration into living well longer. Now, let's continue. Number 3, seated leg lifts, reclaiming power in your chair. If you've ever battled that stubborn swelling in your ankles, endured the persistent chill of cold feet, or felt the frustrating drag of heavy legs after sitting, seated leg lifts could become your quiet revolution. This profoundly simple practice requires no special equipment, no journey outside your door, just a stable chair and a few minutes of your attention. Yet, its benefits ripple through your body in ways most people vastly underestimate. Seated leg lifts directly engage some of the largest and most powerful muscles in your body: your quadriceps, front of thighs, hamstrings, back of thighs, and hips. When these major muscle groups contract rhythmically during lifts, they act like powerful secondary pumps for your circulatory system. They actively assist in moving blood upwards from your lower extremities back towards your heart. This assistance is crucial because for many seniors, the veins struggle against gravity, especially after prolonged sitting. This inefficiency is a primary driver behind peripheral edema, swelling, persistent coldness in the feet due to reduced blood flow, and that profound sense of leg fatigue. Your heart is working overtime to compensate. Research, including work highlighted in circulation research, emphasizes the importance of skeletal muscle activity, even localized, in promoting venous return and reducing venous hypertension, high pressure in the veins, a key factor in swelling. The beauty of this exercise is its utter simplicity and adaptability. Sit tall towards the front of a sturdy chair, feet flat on the floor, back comfortably straight but not rigid. Engage your core gently to support your spine. Slowly extend one leg straight out in front of you, keeping your knees soft, not locked. Lift the foot just a few inches off the floor. Focus on feeling the muscles in your thigh. Quadriceps tighten. Hold the lifted position for 2 to 3 seconds, maintaining control. Feel the gentle effort. Slowly lower your foot back down to the floor with control. Repeat with the same leg for a desired number of repetitions, e.g., 10 to 15. Then switch to the other leg. Alternatively, lift one leg, lower it, then lift the other in an alternating rhythm. Beyond the clear physiological boost, seated leg lifts carry a potent, often overlooked psychological benefit. The very act of lifting your leg under your own power sends a powerful, subconscious signal to your brain. I am still capable. I'm still in control. For many older adults, particularly those navigating recovery from illness or managing chronic mobility challenges. This sense of agency is invaluable. Anxiety and feelings of helplessness often flourish when we perceive a loss of control over our physical selves. A simple, repeatable motion like the seated leg lift, performed calmly and consistently, restores a sense of rhythm, purpose, and self-efficacy. It rebuilds confidence, one deliberate lift at a time, reminding you that you are an active participant in your well-being. George's story illustrates this beautifully. At 79, living alone since his wife passed 5 years prior, George found himself moving less and less. For a while, he admitted, "I barely moved from my chair except for meals. Days just blurred." One afternoon, watching television, he absent-mindedly started lifting one leg during commercials, then the other. At first, it was just something to do, he said. But within a few weeks, a shift occurred. I didn't feel so stuck anymore. I didn't feel like I was just waiting for the day to end. Lifting my leg, even that little bit, made me feel like I was participating in my own life again. That's the quiet miracle of movements like this. They're small, often silent, and easily overlooked. Yet, internally, they're a powerful conversation with your heart, your veins, your muscles, and your mind. I am here. I am strong. I choose movement. You may not be conquering stairs or hiking trails, but you're actively nurturing the very engine that powers your life. Recognizing that true strength doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers in the gentle lift of a leg. Reframes what progress truly means. Conscious, caring action, however small. Número 4. Hand grip squeezes. Heart health in the palm of your hand. We often envision heart health tied to grand efforts, brisk walks, vigorous swimming, or strenuous workouts. Yet, one of the most potent research-backed tools for protecting your cardiovascular system rests literally within your grasp, your hand grip. The deceptively simple act of squeezing can quietly train your heart muscle, improve blood pressure regulation, and bolster the strength and elasticity of your blood vessels. All achievable without ever rising from your chair. Hand grip exercises lack drama. You won't sweat profusely, and you might initially feel like you're barely doing anything. However, the science underpinning them is compelling. When you perform a sustained, moderate-intensity hand grip squeeze, typically around 30% of your maximum strength, you trigger an intriguing vascular response known as the muscle metaboreflex. This reflex causes your arteries to dilate, widen, particularly in the limbs not being exercised. This dilation leads to a measurable, often significant, reduction in systolic blood pressure, the top number representing the pressure your heart generates when pumping blood. Numerous studies, including those published in the Journal of the American Heart Association and Hypertension, have demonstrated the efficacy of hand grip training as a non-pharmacological approach to blood pressure management, especially beneficial for seniors who may find traditional aerobic exercise challenging. Cardiologists increasingly recognize its value as adjunctive therapy. Why is this so critical after 70? High blood pressure is often dubbed the silent killer. You can feel perfectly fine externally while, internally, your heart labors under immense strain. This extra workload contributes to fatigue, dizziness, shortness of breath, and over time, significantly increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, and kidney damage. Engaging in regular hand grip exercises gives your heart a much-needed break, allowing it to pump against lower resistance. Furthermore, extensive research, like the large-scale International Prospective Urban-Rural Epidemiology (PURE) study, has consistently shown a strong correlation between grip strength and longevity, cardiovascular health, and future disability risk. Why? Grip strength isn't just about your hands. It's a powerful biomarker reflecting overall muscular strength, neurological health, nutritional status, and even cognitive function. When grip strength declines significantly, it often signals broader issues with balance, coordination, and functional capacity. Conversely, maintaining or improving it sends a positive signal throughout your system. The technique is wonderfully accessible. You can use a purpose-made hand grip strengthener. Choose a light to moderate resistance, a soft stress ball, a tennis ball, or even roll up a small hand towel tightly. Sit comfortably with good posture, shoulders relaxed. Hold the object in one hand. Squeeze it as hard as is comfortably possible for you, aiming for about 30% of your absolute max effort. You should feel tension, but no pain or strain in your hand, wrist, or forearm. Hold the squeeze steadily for 5 to 10 seconds. Focus on a smooth, sustained contraction. Breathe normally. Don't hold your breath. Slowly release the squeeze completely. Rest for 15 to 30 seconds. Repeat for 8 to 15 repetitions per hand. Aim for 1 to 2 sessions per day. Ellen, an inspiring 83-year-old, became a quiet advocate for this practice. She carried a simple yellow stress ball everywhere. 3 squeezes every time I sit down, she told me with a sparkle, and 3 more when I stand up. It's my little ritual. What surprised her most wasn't just the potential blood pressure benefits her doctor monitored, but the tangible shift in her daily energy. I used to feel this underlying tiredness, like my heart was racing even when I was resting. But since starting the squeezes, it feels calmer, steadier, like my heart is finally working with me, not against me. The true elegance of grip training lies in its inclusivity. It asks nothing of your legs, your back, or your balance. It meets you exactly where you are, reading by the window, chatting on the phone, or relaxing with a program. You can be actively fortifying your heart and circulation in these quiet moments. Perhaps most importantly, it restores a tangible sense of control at a time when aging can often feel like a process of letting go, of speed, of routines, of certainty. This is one simple, powerful action you can actively grasp and strengthen, one deliberate squeeze at a time. That sense of agency can be transformative. If you're enjoying discovering these accessible, heart-healthy strategies, please show your support. Hit that subscribe button and tap the bell notification icon. It truly helps us continue bringing you valuable content like this. Let us know you're finding this helpful by commenting heart health below. Now, onto our final gentle powerhouse. Number 5, seated leg raises. Elevating circulation. Elevating confidence. The notion that effective heart and circulation exercise requires high impact or exhausting effort is a myth desperately needing retirement. Seated leg raises exemplify this perfectly. While appearing straightforward, they are one of the most underestimated movements for seniors over 70, aiming to combat poor circulation, strengthen their lower body, and shield their heart from the insidious effects of prolonged inactivity. All you need is a sturdy chair. When we sit for extended periods, blood naturally pools in the veins of our legs and feet due to gravity. This pooling increases venous pressure, forcing the heart to pump harder to overcome this resistance and circulate blood effectively. Over time, this extra strain contributes to swelling, edema, increases the risk of blood clots, venous thromboembolism, and can elevate resting blood pressure. Seated leg raises act as a potent countermeasure. By actively lifting the leg, you engage the powerful quadriceps muscles in your thigh. This contraction compresses the deep veins, propelling blood upwards towards the heart. The relaxation phase allows the veins to refill. This rhythmic action significantly boosts venous return, reduces venous pressure, and improves overall circulation, ensuring oxygen-rich blood reaches tissues more efficiently. Studies focusing on venous return mechanisms, like those in the European Journal of Applied Physiology, confirm the effectiveness of active leg muscle contraction, even in a seated position, in enhancing blood flow dynamics. The brilliance is in its adaptability. Sit comfortably towards the front of a sturdy chair, back straight, but not stiff, feet flat on the floor. Place your hands on your thighs or the sides of the chair for stability. Keeping your knee slightly bent, not locked straight. Slowly lift one leg straight out in front of you, aiming to bring it parallel to the floor or as high as comfortably possible. Focus on using your thigh muscle, quadriceps. Keep your toes relaxed. Hold the raised position for 3 to 5 seconds. Feel the muscle working and imagine the blood flowing upwards. Slowly lower your leg back down to the starting position with control. Don't let it just drop. Repeat for 10 to 15 repetitions on the same leg, then switch to the other leg. Alternatively, lift one leg, lower it, then lift the other in sequence. Beyond the crucial physiological pump action, seated leg raises offer a profound, often unspoken, psychological and functional benefit. The ability to lift your leg easily under your own power directly translates to greater ease in standing up from chairs, improved stability while walking, and increased confidence in navigating daily life. This confidence radiates outward, influencing posture, interactions, and even sleep quality. Feeling physically capable alleviates subtle background anxieties about falling or dependence, fostering a greater sense of autonomy and peace. Harold's experience at 78 illustrates this beautifully. After recovering from a minor stroke, he felt tentative and weak. His therapist suggested seated leg raises. Honestly, I thought it seemed pointless, he admitted. Too easy. What good could that do? Skeptical but compliant, he started doing sets of 10 raises with each leg while watching the morning news. Within a few weeks, a shift occurred. Walking to the mailbox felt lighter. Climbing the 2 steps to my porch wasn't such an ordeal anymore. But the most significant change was internal. I didn't feel useless anymore. I felt like I was doing something positive for myself again. That little lift made a big difference in how I saw myself. Harold touched on the core essence. These movements transcend mere physical exercise. They are acts of dignity, of reclaiming your fundamental ability to move your body on your own terms, at your own pace, free from fear. That autonomy is priceless. If you felt stuck, weary, or hesitant, remember, your legs aren't demanding marathons. They're asking for gentle, consistent lifts. In responding, you're actively building strength, enhancing circulation, and offering profound support to your heart. Support will gratefully return in resilience and vitality. Final thoughts. The quiet courage of small steps. If 8 decades on this earth have taught me one enduring truth, it's this: profound, lasting change rarely demands perfect health, expensive gadgets, or vast stretches of time. It blossoms instead from a seed of gentle curiosity, a spark of willingness, and the unwavering belief that your body, your unique, experienced body, still profoundly matters. In fact, I'd venture to say it matters more now than ever before. We live in a world that often seems to rush past its elders, a world where the noise can grow so loud it makes us feel invisible, tempting us to shrink back. But here's the quiet rebellion, the beautiful secret. Inside every single one of us, regardless of creaky knees or a slower pace, burns an unextinguished spark of vitality, resilience, and inherent strength. That spark doesn't fade. It simply waits patiently for you to turn your attention towards it, to fan its gentle flame once more. These 5 simple practices, the seated leg pump, the wall push-up, the seated leg lift, the hand grip squeeze, and the seated leg raise, are far more than just physical movements. They are messages. Messages whispered from your mind to your muscles, from your spirit to your cells. I am still here. I still count. I still possess the power to nurture and protect this precious heart of mine. Every time you sit and deliberately raise your heel, press your palm against the wall, lift your leg while watching the evening news, or firmly squeeze a ball, you are reaffirming your presence, your agency. You are choosing, consciously and kindly, to show up for yourself in the most fundamental way. And let me assure you, these small, consistent actions, they gather momentum like gentle snowflakes forming a drift. They build resilience. They cultivate an inner peace born from self-care. They add up to something far greater than the sum of their parts. I understand deeply that life at this stage isn't always a stroll in the sunshine. Losses accumulate. Bodies change in ways we didn't anticipate. Some days, the weariness feels bone deep. That's okay. That's the shared human experience. But in those moments of heaviness, I gently urge you to recall what we've shared today. Remember that within your reach, right now, are choices, simple, safe, accessible choices that can ease your blood's flow, steady your heart's rhythm, and bring a tangible sense of ease back into your being. You are never too old to offer your heart an act of kindness. You are never too frail, too slow, or too far along any path to try something gentle, something simple, something profoundly healing. Even if the long walks of yesterday are no longer possible, even if your energy reserves feel diminished, options remain. Hope persists. Gentle, effective ways to honor and support the incredible body that has carried you faithfully through decades of living are always available. So, here's my heartfelt invitation. Pick just one of these 5 practices. Not all 5 today, just one. Perhaps it's the quiet fist squeeze with a softball. Maybe it's the rhythmic heel-toe pump while you sip your tea. Or perhaps it's the deliberate leg lift as you listen to music. Choose the one that feels easiest, most doable for you right now. Try it today, and as you do, allow yourself to truly feel what happens. Notice not just the subtle shift in your muscles, but the quiet change in your mood, the clarity in your mind, the rekindled sense of simply being alive and actively caring for yourself. Because healing, my friends, doesn't always announce itself with fanfare or dramatic leaps. More often, it arrives in the hushed moments, in the deliberate lift of a leg in a familiar chair, feeling warmth return to your feet, in the pause between breaths when you realize, with quiet pride, I am still here, and that is something worthy of care. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Your journey matters. We'd be deeply honored to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share. Which one gentle practice resonated most with you today? How you plan to weave it into your daily rhythm? Your insights and experiences are invaluable to us and to others walking a similar path. Reading your words gives us immense motivation and encouragement to keep creating content that truly serves you. If this video offered you valuable, gentle strategies for your heart health and well-being, please support our community. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more insights like this, and share it with a friend or loved one who might also benefit. Your support through subscribing and sharing is what allows us to continue this important work, bringing you information and inspiration to live fully at every age. Thank you for watching, for caring for your magnificent heart, and for being part of this journey. We look forward to connecting with you in the next video. Be gentle with yourself.